you know the term ants in your pants? Like there was like 10 of them. I got bit by 10 ants.
No, you didn't get bit.
You didn't get bitten.
You got molested. You got gangbanged.
You got
by 10 ants.
Already cancelled.
Key and Yaz Avneesha, it's the Already Cancelled podcast. Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
Welcome.
How was everyone's weekend? Was it good?
Oh
Excellent.
my gosh. It was full on.
Yeah, well, we're going to get into the weekends, but can everyone just raise their left hand for a second? Everyone just raise their left hand. All right. Now, Yaz, put your left hand down. Nisha, keep it up. What's on your sleeve there, Nishi?
Oh my God.
Oh, okay,
Show that to the camera.
Yeah, all right. Whatever, I'm a grub. Okay, what happened was...
You filthy.
No.
Filthy.
Okay, what's the
No,
explanation?
Yaz, you've always said that she dresses like a homeless person.
This is not a homeless look.
It is.
It
I
kind
got
of
gold
is.
chains and everything.
Fake gold chain.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, this is a handbag, like a chain off a handbag. I'm not
I
even
wouldn't
lying.
be telling people that.
Yeah, well, I'm thrifting. It's actually...
Anyway,
you can clearly see.
what happened with your sleeves there?
Oh, yeah, right. The coffee spilt on the laptop and I had to save the laptop, obviously. So I just cleaned it with my sleeves.
Couldn't-
Yeah, but all
couldn't-
you've done is spread it throughout your laptop now.
No. No.
You couldn't just get like a napkin from outside. There's literally napkins everywhere.
No, because I was in a predicament because the coffee went like everywhere. It went on my laptop, it went in my eye, it went on my nose. And so I couldn't even see and I was trying to clean my laptop and then...
Yeah,
got
it's not
me a
gonna, that's
napkin.
going to be very hard to come out.
No, it won't.
Coffee stains and a white jumper. Yeah, mate.
Anyway.
You're going to have to take that to mum.
No,
have to
I got
take that
this.
to mum.
I got this. Okay, I'll wear this on
The next episode.
the next episode.
Yeah.
And it'll be clean.
All right. Well, we'll hold that to you. We'll
Honestly,
hold it to everyone.
It's about time you throw that jumper in the bin.
I-
Why
that's
do
what I
you hate
think
it
as
so
well.
much? You know how many compliments I get on this jumper?
That's
Yeah.
the compliments are fake.
We've spoken about
this. Compliments are secret digs. They're secret
No, they're
disses.
not.
They are. They are.
People go, this is a cool jumper. Where'd you get it from? And then I have to tell
And
them.
they go, and then they turn to their friend and said, "Never go to that shop."
No, this is not a mean girl situation. People love it. They love this jumper. It's a very popular one.
All right, we'll suss it out then. Well, yeah. Well, that seems like a string of bad luck is happening to you, Avneesha.
Yeah, actually, it's true. So the weekend, right? Like this has never happened to me before. I went to my friend's wedding and I was so excited. Like I've been wanting these two to get married for such a long time. They're a beautiful couple and finally the ceremony was going to happen, the reception. So long story short, I got ready. I had to be there by 12. I had to leave at 11 because it took an hour to get there. As soon as I left outside, ready to lock the door, I like, you know how you have one of those doors where you can like twist it and lock it? And then you can use your key to lock the deadlock.
So like
Yeah.
a normal door.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like a normal
right.
front door. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I did that, and then I got ready to like lock the deadlock. So I went to go find my keys in my bag, and then I realized I locked myself out of the house, and
And
I
your
was
car keys are inside.
inside the house on the couch, which is exactly where I thought I left them,
Yeah.
and I was in so much panic mode. I call up Jared. He was one of the groomsmen.
Oh no.
And he was like, it's fine, just call the locksmith. I had to wait like 40 minutes.
What?
The locksmith
It's
came.
fine. Just call the locksmith.
What?
What do you mean?
That's not normal.
Get
Well, what
an
do you want me to,
Uber.
like-
What do you mean? Jump in the car, get to the ceremony.
No, but, well, yeah, okay. I mean, I did think of
Sort
that.
the locksmith out later. I'm sure Jared has keys.
Oh, Jared just did a one.
No. Okay, hold on. No, well, there was many things because like I needed to get the locksmith because my dog's like he needs to eat food as well. So if I waited too long for that, then by the time I got home, it would be like I have to wait another hour before my dog eats lunch. Okay, so let me explain this, right?
I'm so
Okay,
confused,
let me
man.
This just
explain.
sounds like you've got a lot of things on your mind.
No.
You need to go to therapy or
No,
something.
hold on. I gave my dog breakfast in the morning, and then I thought after the ceremony, I'll come back home. I'll drive back home, and around 1 o'clock, I'll feed Vinny lunch. Right? If I came home at 1 from the Uber,
Yeah.
then I'd have to wait another hour to organize a locksmith debacle.
Okay, yeah, no, I get that.
And then the poor dog will be so hungry. I'd feel terrible. And he was already crying because I was leaving. It was too much.
He's going to survive. First and foremost, the dog will survive.
Yeah,
It's fine.
obviously.
If he's going to
I
go
know.
a couple hours without food, whatever, that's life.
I know.
Right?
Yeah.
Secondly, who actually gives a shit you're going to miss the ceremony? Like, who actually cares?
No, I was really upset. What do you mean? I was devastated that I missed the ceremony. That's my favorite part of the whole bloody thing. Watching them two get together.
On, not the ceremony. That's not the favorite.
No one
part.
believes you, Avneesha.
Are you kidding
Nobody
me?
likes
That's not your
ceremonies.
favourite part.
No, I don't.
Nobody enjoys a ceremony.
I'm sorry. Okay, hold on. The vows, them walking down the aisle, seeing the groom look at his wife and like his future wife, who's going to be his wife in like 5 minutes, is the most beautiful thing.
I guess seeing the groom and just sitting there and going, is he going to cry or not? And everyone's doing a live poll.
Yeah, you do the
Like
bets.
everyone-
Do you do the side
does-
bets?
Yeah, that's
We always
right.
do the
Everyone
side
does
bets.
like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
poll or a bet about if he's going to cry or not.
Did you
And
cry at your wedding?
Yeah, I teared up.
Did you actually cry?
Well, we'll define what crying
Like,
is.
did tears
Sobbing
roll
or
down?
Just
Did the tear drop from your eye?
Yeah.
probably.
Okay. This is what Jared says too. I saw him as I walked down the aisle, and we have this debate. Like, it's honestly, we've had this debate so many times where, he's so lucky that the cameraman didn't actually get his shot of him
Oh, no
looking
way.
at me.
But what's wrong
down
with
the aisle.
what's wrong with someone crying?
No, he didn't cry, but he says the exact same thing. I did cry. Like, definitely there was tears. I'm like, you didn't. I was heaving walking down that aisle. I was
Really?
like, you know why though? Because my dad, I was fine, but like 5 minutes before walking into the church, and my dad grabs me because he's gonna, he had to walk me
Yeah.
down.
And he starts crying.
And no, he didn't cry, but he like quoted some film, like that was really emotional. He's like, in life, you gotta, daughter, whatever, does this like thing. And at that point, I'm bawling. And it was like it was his plan was done. He was like, perfect, let's go. And I was like, like crying all the way. And it was and I'm an ugly crier. So when Jared like,
Pull the veil off.
pull the veil off, I had like a full snot bubble coming out of my nose.
Oh my god, no way!
Imagine Jared's reaction.
Did anyone come and save your snot bubble? Like
No.
someone come and wipe it away?
was
So you
too
just had
late.
a snot bubble just hanging there
Yeah.
for the entire ceremony.
I looked like a straight up mess.
On a
to be
side note,
honest.
who's this shitty camera person that you booked that didn't get Jared's reaction of seeing you walking down the aisle?
Yeah,
that's
that's
like
a
one of
bit
the most important things to capture.
They were amazing, but that's what I did say. I did think that though. I was like,
That is
we should
silly.
have got that shot. And he says that he cried. And it's not that like, well, obviously it doesn't really matter, even though deep down
Yeah.
it does matter to me. But he says he cried.
Well, with
But
your little conundrum that you faced, I
Yeah.
purposely miss every ceremony.
yeah, I want to dive into this more. So you say that the ceremony is not as important as the reception.
that makes
It's
no
important.
sense.
It's important for the bride and groom,
Yeah.
but everything, like realistically, who needs to be there to witness it?
If I had put it this way, Nishi. If you had a choice between the ceremony or the reception,
Only one.
which one are you choosing?
Only one.
Okay, they're both really ceremony I wouldn't say is fun. It's just beautiful to witness.
Okay,
And-
put it this way. Sitting on uncomfortable seats. If seats are
If
provided.
even if you get seats.
If they're provided. Number two, waiting around could be if it's outside in the hot weather.
Yeah.
If it's inside in the hot church or hall or whatever it is.
Yep.
Or that's pretty much it. Or at a reception where there's free food, there's free alcohol,
yum.
there's music to dance
Yes.
to. There's
Yeah.
a party vibe.
Come on now.
Yeah, the reception
I'm picking
is-
reception over
All day,
ceremony
every day.
all day, every day.
I'm sorry, especially religious ceremonies. They just drag on.
And you can't understand because the one speaker works and it's at the front of the
Yeah,
church,
there's
not
always,
the back.
there's always one speaker.
It's only one
doesn't it?
speaker, and you're like, "What did he say? What did he say?"
Nah, I'm gonna choose a ceremony because you know
Yeah,
what?
lost your mind.
No, because
Is that a girl thing? Is that a girl thing? Maybe.
Probably.
I don't think. Well, it might be, it might not be. But what I do know is seeing your two best mates at a church or wherever it is they do the ceremony. My experience has always been in a church when I've watched people, unite, and when they read their vows and they look at each other and like they're crying. It's so
But
beautiful.
then why do people invite a certain amount of people to the ceremony and then invite a different certain amount of people to the reception?
They usually invite more to the reception.
That's what I'm saying. So,
They want their closest to be at the.
so is it an honor to
Yeah.
go to the ceremony?
Yeah, of course. Of course it is.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I show up to the ceremony just like with a minute left, so they think I was there the whole time.
You're
because they're
the
not paying
worst.
attention to who's there.
Exactly.
Right?
They don't know. They're facing the front. They're not turning around and looking who's behind them. No. And then I show up at the end just to congratulate them, and they're like, "Yeah, that was a beautiful ceremony, amazing ceremony." But you got to also remember, I'm Arab.
my
We've
gosh.
got fortnightly weddings. You need to understand that.
Oh, okay, that's
Yeah.
true.
I don't have an
Yeah.
hour of my Saturday or Sunday to just sit and watch you.
What are you doing? Honestly, what are you doing on your Sunday and Saturday?
Not going to ceremonies. Tell you that much.
That's like the worst time as well, by the way. Like you show up 5 minutes towards the end, and then
Yeah.
they have that like period for like a few hours before the reception anyway, because they have to get photos. So like that's
Yeah.
the worst time to show up anyway.
Nah, that's about that point. I'm with my cousins and
Yeah,
with the
okay.
boys. We go to Hungry Jack's. We have this weird ritual of between ceremony and reception, we go to Hungry Jack's.
Everyone does.
It's Hungry Jack's.
I go to
though.
KFC.
Oh, do you go KFC?
I go KFC.
Really?
We do Hungry Jack's
Because I say canopy's provided. You get there and it's just like a little tiny, like a croquette or something.
Terrible.
Like something
It tastes
terrible.
like shit all the time
Yeah,
as well.
yeah. And it's been sitting there for a long time and everyone's had their
100%.
fingers in. No, I'd rather go lick my own fingers
100%.
at KFC.
I agree with you.
Drive around and go, I've never been in this area. Look at some houses.
Yeah, we do that too.
Yeah. You drive
like,
around, look at
oh,
some houses.
I don't know why I don't come to Beverly Hills more often.
It's so true.
Yeah.
It's the in-between moments of weddings that are the most exciting moments
I
for me.
enjoy them. Yeah.
Yeah. It's the
This
moment
is
we're not
blowing
with
my mind.
Where we're alone, there's no one around us.
Like literally, the ceremony is the best part, and you guys are checking out real estate. This makes no sense.
I didn't know that was down there. Oh, there's a little. We should come here. We should, and you never end up going because there's no point going out there. Because what's going to bring you out there other than a wedding?
Just a wedding.
Exactly.
Oh, geez.
I can't believe we're aligned. I've never knew that about you, Yaz.
Interesting.
We should go to a wedding together.
Or not to go.
Oh, yeah, we should go to the in-between.
We should go to the in-between together. Screw the ceremony.
Oh, so you
Terrible.
missed the ceremony. Did they know you missed the ceremony?
Yeah, like as soon as I got to the reception.
Oh, so she took the light away from the whole wedding. The whole entire wedding was about Avneesha not being there.
Well, more like how does someone lock themselves out? I think
Oh,
I
that would've been
felt
awful.
like I felt like such an idiot, and I was like, I'm sorry,
She
but
niche'd it.
I niche'd it. I
Fucking
did.
niche'd it.
And it's so expensive. Like, why is that the fee for a call out? Like, he opened it in like 5 minutes, and it was like $100 for 1 minute.
Well, it was $100 to bring him out. He probably drove 40 minutes to get
You're
to
paying
you.
for his
Yeah,
expertise.
that's
Nishi.
fine. $100, $150, $200, but like close to like well, it was like 300 and something.
Well, just
close to
remember,
400.
that locksmith has the capabilities of just breaking into your house and taking what he wants.
It's
Yeah.
the expertise
and
you're
he's
paying for.
not. So you're paying for that as well.
Well, I mean, I feel like
Yeah.
that's just a decent thing to do. Just don't break into someone's house. Like,
yeah.
I feel it's legal. But anyway, it was very expensive. So my weekend was,
Sounded fun.
That sounds very fun.
intense.
I'm going to really go to this in between with you guys. I'm excited
I'm
about the
keen.
next one. Well, from a marriage to a breakup, a counsel corner has landed on our desk from Amelia.
Oh, yes. So Amelia wrote into us. It's actually quite sad. And she goes, 5 months ago, my 4-year relationship with Sam came to an unexpected end. He said he needed to figure out things on his own, which was a total shock to me. We had so many plans together, and I really thought he was the love of my life. Since the breakup, I've tried keeping myself busy and hanging out with friends. Nothing seems to fill the gap he left. She often catches herself scrolling through his social media.
Ooh.
Not good, Amelia.
No, not good at all.
And it just makes me feel worse. It's been tough trying to move on when I feel so connected to our past. Amelia's asking us, how do I move on? Oh, I feel really bad.
Breakups suck.
They suck.
Have you been through a breakup?
I mean, I imagine.
She's like, they suck.
No, but of course, like it's heartbreak at the end of the day. Like
You can imagine it,
Avneesha,
but
just
you
imagine.
can't fully imagine it if
Just-
you haven't gone through
Just
it.
Yeah,
imagine Jared, right, looking at you in the eyes and saying, Avneesha, lost love for you.
Oh,
Don't want to do this anymore. I want to go our separate ways.
yeah.
And he literally goes from being the love of your life, your everything, your best friend,
So your house is empty.
to absolute strangers. Even when you walk past each other in the street, there's not even a hi. It's just,
Oh, that's heartbreaking.
yeah.
That's
oh my God,
awful.
my heart, like my stomach just sunk.
And you've been through a breakup?
Yes, I have. Actually, with my wife.
So it's a happy ending.
Oh,
Yeah,
what?
so it ended up being a happy ending. So there was one stage in our relationship,
Yeah.
both happy endings, yes. There was one stage in our relationship where we broke up
Yeah.
for about maybe 8 months to a year.
Who initiated it?
I did.
So you've
And I was so what?
Oh no, I was going to say. So you've also never experienced the whole "you're a stranger to me" forever.
Not for yes, with teenagers, right? Like because
you've
me and
never
Lorraine,
been-
like teenagers, yes, of course. I've been through other relationships, but
That doesn't.
this was like probably 18 when
Yeah,
Lorraine
yeah.
and I got together.
Yeah.
And then by I think 2 years later we broke up. And yeah, it was just a crossroads in my life personally. I just I had opportunities come up, which was in the city, so it was about an hour away from us. And I thought I'd take the opportunity, and then we started doing it. And I was like, oh, okay, when it's not aligning. And I met a lot of people, did a lot of things, and then I realized, hold on, I'm not happy here. And then one day I had this like nervous breakdown and drove for 8 hours which was a place called Albury,
Yeah. That's in the middle of nowhere.
middle of nowhere, because we
Yeah.
were on tour for music. I was on tour then, And then I drove for 8 hours back to Sydney, dropped off the rent car, then drove to Lorraine's house at like 1 a.m, called her and said, are you free?
Are you free? Yeah.
She came out, and then I basically like not begged for her back, but I basically like said, hey, I'd like to.
That's so straight out of a rom-com.
Yeah.
No.
And then we slowly started to build a relationship again, and then now we're married, 2 kids.
What did she like when you rocked up at her door? Like, what was her initial reaction like when you were like, obviously, I'm sure you said something like, I can't live without you, yada yada. Like, was she like receptive to it off the bat, or was she just like, go away?
Nah, she wasn't go away at all. No.
Okay.
She was because we maintained contact here and there, but it was never like anything further than how you going. But I changed as a person through that thing, and I went through this phase of just like, you get all this attention from music and all that stuff, and I thought it was really cool and everything, and then I found that was nothing. That meant nothing.
Yeah.
So then I obviously had to change again. But so she was receptive, she was fine, and then we just rebuilt it. But I don't know how things would have went. I always attest like my part of my success is to the relationship I have with her.
Yeah.
A lot of it, because it was always like we were each other's backbones.
Yeah.
And this is why it's so difficult when you hear Amelia's story of how she sort of felt probably similar to that. She's trying to distract herself with work, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. She's got friends she's trying to go and see, but this guy just is in her mind. And this is why I'm saying it's only been 5 months. In my experience, we were not together for 8 months. Maybe he'll wake up one day and go, hold on for a second, I've tried to change. I've tried to go and find myself, and that could be what's going on now. He could just be trying to find himself, because she said that. Did she say anything about the breakup being bad?
No, she didn't.
If the breakup wasn't bad, maybe it was just him saying, "Look, I need to go and find myself," because that's essentially what I did. Maybe he's maybe he'll come back. You can't just got to let it happen.
No, but I don't think. Look, I get your experience is so unique. Like, obviously that might happen, but these are all like what ifs. If she holds on to that, I feel like it might become a more negative situation. That's what I'm saying.
We need to talk about what's next. Don't talk about what if.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
Right? All she can control. Why are you laughing?
Because I've been through this many times. Like, I feel like I can resonate with Amelia more than any of you guys can.
Yeah, of course.
Like, ridiculously. I've come and gone, like I said, best friends to absolute strangers. Like, I have walked past my ex in the street and she hasn't even made eye contact with me. I was with this person for 2 years. That itself is one of the hardest things you ever have to cope with, because you're like, am I that much of a piece of shit?
Yeah, like that's right. You start to judge yourself.
Yeah, and she's probably copying that because she's not hearing from him. She hasn't got a text. Maybe her birthday passes.
Yeah, and she's watching his social media and seeing him on his stories, probably
enjoying his life, trying and all of that.
Yeah,
it's very simple. Amelia, you need to do what I did, and I learned this early on after my first breakup. Right? I don't know if you guys can attest to this, but for me, losing someone to a breakup is like losing someone to death. It is the same feeling of loss. Right? You need to have a funeral for this man. That's like, I know it sounds crazy.
A funeral?
Yes.
You're not saying kill him.
No, don't kill the man.
You're not saying that.
No, I'm just saying treat him like he's no longer existing here on earth.
So host a ceremony.
Host a ceremony,
Wear
say
all
your
black?
goodbyes.
Do you wear all black in your funerals?
Well, it depends if you want to celebrate it or if you want to mourn it. It's very simple. I celebrate my breakups.
Can you tell us about a funeral that you've hosted?
Yes. Which one should we talk about? We'll talk about the one.
Wow.
Which one should we talk about?
No,
he doesn't go to marriage ceremonies, but funerals, apparently he's a number one attendee.
I have proper
If you
funerals.
need your funeral designed and planned by someone,
Yaz is your guy.
I've got you.
Yaz's funeral services.
That's a great little
that's not a bad
side
idea.
hustle,
That's not a bad idea.
No, seriously. So once the second we break up, I don't believe in going back to someone. That's just my opinion. Once you break up, that's it. It's done, right? Unless you want to reset in 5-6 years' time where there's enough gap for you to actually reset.
Right.
And things might have changed, then I get that. But very simple. You have broken up. Mm-hmm. If you have anything of his at your house, any photos, anything like that, you say goodbyes and you get rid of them.
Okay.
You get rid of them. Photos, delete them forever. Don't keep them in a stash somewhere, whatever. If you've got gifts from him, maybe that aren't expensive, get rid of them.
Pawn them.
Pawn them if you have to. Get rid of everything. And then the third most important thing, which is very similar to someone that's passed away, no contact. You block their number, you block their socials, block any way that you can get in contact with this person, and consider them gone.
What if you see them though? Like, let's say after you've done all that and you're at your local cafe and they happen to walk in, what do you do in that instance?
You go, God, you look like my ex that passed away. No. That's
You see, this is the thing. Like, it's a great. I think like obviously the deleting stuff and all that, right? I get that, but I think the important thing in this would be actually having a ceremony, like actually hosting a 5-minute. You write up your thing, you read it back to yourself. Maybe you like even like bury the freaking photos or something. I don't know, like just something that you actually can do to signify an end.
100%.
And then you go through the stages from there.
Do you know why you do that though? Because human nature, and this is how the human brain works, right? The reason why you're upset at breakups, there's one main reason why you're actually very upset and it's hard to get over it. It's because your future has now changed.
Yeah.
And you are worried about the future. That's where the anxiety comes from.
That's true.
The anxiety comes from the unknown.
What goes through your mind? Like, will I ever find someone?
Yep.
Will I ever have kids?
100%.
All that stuff comes through your mind?
Especially depending on what age you're at. But it's for the first couple months, what makes it crazy is anyone that comes into your life that could be a potential partner, you keep comparing to that ex. It is so messed up to do, but no one, because you're so used to this one person and you looked at them as the future and like, I'm going to die with this person, no one aligns with them. So you're always comparing. You're like, nah, this person's not good enough.
How many times has that happened for you? Like where you've
I've
met
had
someone?
3 long-term breakups.
No, but as in like people like that you've dated, but you were like, this person is 100% my future. How many people has that happened to you for?
Properly?
Yeah.
1. But the other ones, obviously, you still had that love and that care and that friendship with.
Course.
The
Right? So
attachment, the emotional attachment.
It was still very, very, very hard.
Yeah.
So what do you do here, Amelia? What does Amelia do?
I think the funeral concept's cool.
Yeah.
I think that could work.
I think
At least the beginning.
She needs to rewire her brain.
It's
That's
also,
what she needs to do.
It's boundaries, it's distance. It's like you said, the concept of the funeral is literally just you have to separate yourself from this person. Don't hold on to what ifs and hopes and potential with this individual. They've obviously cut you out of their life. And, you know, for whatever reason, they got to do what they got to do. They're honest. You got to appreciate that. But obviously it's so hard.
Yeah.
So I would say stop checking his stories.
That's the worst thing you can do.
Stop checking his, like,
First things first, get rid of his social media.
Yeah.
Block it, restrict
block.
everything, just delete him right off your phone so you never have to see him. The absence will cure it.
That's right.
yeah.
And time will heal it.
Oh, of course.
Time heals everything. Look, it's not easy and it's not going to be, but ultimately at the end of the day, you have to put yourself first.
And then go out and try and meet other people.
Yeah.
Like they always say, if you can't get over someone, get under someone.
Look, I don't know if that's
is that
healthy at all. I think.
Well, I know the the transfer of energy in sex is very sacred and very vital. You want to hold on to that as
Yeah,
much.
of course.
However, you also want to have some fun. So
Just like-
I wouldn't just go be a mad slut, but I would.
Unless you want to.
Unless you want to, but like you'd want to at least go and experience because you never know what else you can find.
Okay, no. Look, this is the advice that
You'll
I think.
never know what you can find.
I think this is what you should do. You should go.
You might
and
find a huge corker.
Oh
that you
my
just like,
god!
"Whoa, that's
Oh my god!
that's exactly what wasn't
No,
there." You know what?
no.
Like you don't know unless you try.
No,
true.
you don't need to be promiscuous. All you need to do is go hang out with your friends,
But
go do your hobbies, and like if you happen to meet someone down the track, you do. But I don't think the whole rebound thing and all that. I'm not for that.
Okay, I think maybe this is the most appropriate answer. Find yourself. Treat yourself as your best friend. Treat yourself as your partner.
Yeah.
Take yourself out on dates. Yaz does it all the time.
Do you?
And you know what? I respect
I don't
that
know, wait,
about
wait, wait,
No, but I
wait.
respect that about you.
What do you mean I take myself out on dates?
You've told me you've gone to the movies by yourself.
I've been doing that since I was 10 years old.
And I love that about you. I think that's so powerful because
just
for
enjoy
someone,
films.
Because for someone to actually, I've taken myself out on a lunch date and I was like, oh, I really love you. And I was like, thanks, I love you too.
No, you haven't.
I seriously did. I went to Thai, my favorite food. No one ever wants to eat Thai
I know
food
there
with
was
me.
someone across this table being like, "This guy's speaking to himself."
No, I'm not talking to myself, but just going out, eating dinner, relaxing, eating lunch, putting up a little Netflix or whatever, just chilling and just spending time with yourself.
That's not what you said. You said
You
spoke to
classify it as a
yourself.
date. No, like I'm just thinking it. I didn't really say it out loud.
Even thinking it was a bit weird.
You never thought to yourself, you know what? Like, thank you for giving me time.
No.
No.
Do I need to see a doctor or something? I do.
No, I think it's good. I think it's a positive thing to take yourself out on a date.
Take care of yourself. Get rid of your social media. Have a
Yeah.
little funeral, and I think that would be the way to move
Yeah.
forward.
Restructure your little the wires in your brain there.
Yeah.
Start focusing on other things and plan your future now.
That's right.
Yeah.
So we recently launched our Instagram broadcast channel, guys. We put up the poll as to what should we call the broadcast channel and the people within it.
Yep.
And it's come down to Cancel Squad.
I love that name.
I like Cancel Squad.
Now, but do you think Cancel Squad is right? Because it shouldn't it be Cancelled Squad?
No, I like Cancel Squad.
Cancel Squad sounds better.
It just
We
sounds
are the
better.
Cancel Squad. I like Cancel Squad.
But that doesn't mean like we're going to go out and cancel people, and I don't want to be like that because that's not what
Yeah.
we're about.
I see what you mean.
Has anyone got a tissue? Sorry to just my leg's bleeding.
What?
Just really random.
Where?
Yeah, it's bleeding. So I just
There's a lot of freaking blood.
Yeah,
guys.
yeah,
Where is
yeah.
the blood?
Use Avneesha's jacket.
yeah, come here. It's already dirty as it is. Just pass me that. Whatever that is on the.
yeah.
Is that a paper or is that a tissue?
That's a
When I wash the coffee with.
Yeah,
I wipe
okay,
the
that's
coffee
good
with,
enough.
sorry.
Okay, cool.
Wait, but where's the blood
it's
coming
stained
from?
on me.
But where is it coming from?
I got a cut on my leg and I must have just like rubbed it on something.
Gosh.
Oh, you scratched your scab.
Can I lick it?
No, don't
Yeah,
lick
lick
it.
it.
Yeah.
It tastes sweet.
No, it tastes like straight steel.
Yeah, own
It's
blood
iron.
does. It's other people's blood that tastes sweet. Anyhow, moving on. Cancel
Right?
Cancel Squad.
Why are you looking at me like that?
That's so strange.
She was like, sorry, Cancel Squad. We'll come back to you in a sec. Why were you staring at me like that?
Because I said something like a normal human being. I was like, oh, it's iron. And then no one responded. And then I was just waiting.
You're waiting for a response.
Is it though? Is the iron in our blood the iron that actually we build stuff with?
Yeah. It's,
I
yeah,
actually
it's like-
think that you could be like the perfect embodiment of a dog.
what? What do you
Like
mean?
not in a bad way. Like you know how a dog waits for like your instruction.
No, it's a natural thing. When you have a conversation, you say something, usually you wait for a response. I was waiting to hear what
Well, there you go. The iron that we build bridges from is the same iron that's in our blood.
Yeah.
That's actually factual.
That's fact.
We'll get to some facts later.
Back to cancel.
So Cancel Squad, we have the members. It's opened up. People are a part of it, and we're interacting with them. I put a call out, Yaz and Nishi, for what should we cover in our next episodes.
Yeah.
And one thing came back where I thought this is brilliant.
What is it?
Growing up ethnic versus Australian.
Oh.
And I'm sure that the Australian part meant to be like the white Australian. That's what I was thinking it is. And everyone
It's
that's
just a
come over
different
is ethnic.
culture.
It's a
That's
different
all it
cultures.
is, yeah.
So growing up as an ethnic as versus Aussie.
Oh,
And we to discuss that.
there's so many stories that I could share. I always feel like I have like my feet in like between two entire worlds, like literally, because
same.
like my parents moved here. And my brother was born in India. My parents were born in India. I was the first to be.
I was the first as well. From
I was the first
Were
as
we
well.
first generation
We're
Aussies?
First generation
Yeah.
Aussies. Anyway, so
Oi.
I was born in Sydney in Westmead, right? And I remember like literally there was so many events. Like my parents found all the Indian community in Sydney, and then when we moved to Canberra, same thing. They found the whole entire Indian
Can
community.
I ask where you lived in Sydney?
Parramatta.
Was it
We
Parramatta
lived-
or was it what's that Indian place right next to Parramatta that all the Indians live in?
Where? I don't know.
It's not Granville. It's something else.
I don't know, to be honest. I know it was Parramatta.
There's this one area near Para, like literally just outside Para,
Yeah.
and it's like Little India,
It's called Lindia, isn't it?
Lindia.
Maybe, I'm not sure, but I know it was Parramatta. I was really young.
Yeah, yeah,
Parramatta,
yeah.
Casula. We lived in Prestons. We lived quite a few
Moved
places
around
around
a
a
lot.
bit. Yeah. Anyway, but one thing that I realized has become a deep issue of mine, and this is because this is something I've witnessed growing up, and I'm sure both of you have experienced this too, but like every time we went out for a family dinner, and when I mean family, like we call everyone auntie and uncle, by the way. They're not blood related, but
Yeah,
we
same.
just, out of respect, we don't say their first name.
The
We just say
elder-
auntie
the
and
elders,
uncles. We'd, go to dinner. And usually the two head of the families being the dads, like the my uncle and my dad, would finish dinner and then they would fight about who's going to pay.
Yeah.
Oh, they
Right?
fight over who's paying.
Yeah, and it's like
That's the norm.
That's
It's
a
a norm.
very ethnic thing to do.
yeah, it's like no, I will, no, oh my god, and like you would watch them for 5 minutes and like who's going to win?
And they don't care who's around you either. It's like they will
Oh.
actually go World War III.
They'll go literally,
Yeah.
and like then it gets all the way, like it continues all the way to when they have to pay, and then both their cards are going on top of each other.
So
and
is
it's
this like a thing that ethnics do, like to show power, or is it like a thing that ethnics do to like?
It's care.
to
They just
care.
they
like,
care.
No, we got it.
But are we sure that's just an ethnic thing though? Like how do like I don't look. I've
Because
never,
I'll look at it this way then. Good point you bring it up, because I look at it when I go to the pub with the boys.
yeah.
It's always shout. Everyone shouts. So it's your round.
Yeah.
Or when you go for dinner, it's your shout tonight.
But no, but people usually split the bill. That's what I've
Or split the bill.
But if you say split the bill in an Indian family situation, it's like that doesn't exist. It's like
forbidden.
someone pays for everyone, right? So now when I go for lunches or I go for dinners or like just with friends, like who I've grown up with here, I hate it because I always feel inclined. I'm like, I should pay for everyone. Or like, I'm like, who's going to pay? I get like really worried about that conversation at the end.
It's literally why I pay for everything.
Is that why?
It's embedded in my just watching my dad pay for everything always, or like making it a big deal that you have to pay.
Exactly.
So yeah, it doesn't matter who I'm with. I'm always attempting to pay.
Because I feel rude to be like, all right, so let's see how much you owe, and let's see.
That's the worst.
It's so awkward. I'm like,
I
I
have
don't
no
want to
problems with that. I have no problems with splitting the bill. I don't know why.
Splitting the bill's fine.
No,
but
I
then
love the concept, but it's just more asking people, like literally, like having a
Yeah, but like
receipt in
it's
your
their
hand.
food. Like pay for your own food, bro.
Yeah, but don't you think there's always that one cock in the group that goes, well, mine's actually $4 cheaper.
Oh yeah, that's
So
tight.
I'm only paying 24,
There's
not
a tight
28.
ass. Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, brother, like shut up and make it easier for everyone.
Yeah.
Just
We're-
split it evenly.
Just split it.
So
I don't
then-
care what you
yeah.
ordered. You should have ordered 3 meals. That's
So
your
just
own
go
problem.
out, go
Yeah.
out and go out and order. Don't
Exactly.
go out and go, I'm just going to get this salad because I'm only paying $4.
Yeah. And there's that one person who's like, oh, I'm just gonna have a drink, or I'll just have drinks and I'm not, eat the food. And they become very picky about how much they owe, like to the cents.
Yeah.
I had someone who was trying to get me back for $2.
I believe that.
And
What
I've seen
nationality
that
are
with
they?
mine.
they were Indian. So they must have been brought up differently to me. I don't know, which was it was a bit odd, but like they were like, no, I need to get my $2 back. And that kind of shocked me a little bit. But I understand some people have different financial situations, so it's okay.
But $2, it's not going to change your life.
Well, for some people it does.
My ethnic growing versus Aussie growing was a little bit different to that, a little bit more lighthearted. My dad would always wear socks with sandals.
Oh, that's a rite
Majority
of
of the
passage.
time. I mean, obviously on hot days he would wear just sandals. But socks with sandals.
What's wrong with that?
I've never seen an Aussie wear socks with sandals.
I think you
Oh, that's actually
Never.
true though. I haven't seen an Aussie wearing socks with sandals. But like, yeah, that's normal in my household.
Have you? Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. That's an ethnic household. That's how you know that you're ethnic, is when you're wearing
You've
socks with
literally
sandals.
seen me like come to work wearing socks and sandals.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Isn't socks and sandals normal?
I don't think it's normal for like a traditional like Aussie thing. It's just thongs or bare feet.
Yeah, no. But we're not talking thongs and whatever. We're not talking thongs here.
Not thongs and socks, sandals and socks.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
But that's what I'm trying to say. I know it's fine.
Oh,
But
you're
versus
saying
an Aussie.
Oh.
No Aussies ever. I've never seen an Aussie wear
Yeah.
socks and sandals. Maybe unless you're like 80 and you're at the bowls club. That's the only time you'd see an Aussie with socks and sandals on.
I haven't seen it.
Can we be honest a bit with something here? Sorry to all the Aussie listeners out there, like the true blue Aussies.
Yeah.
Stop going barefoot on the streets. Like stop going to the petrol station barefoot. Just
Look, it's a hazard. However, I understand the convenience.
there's this. Okay, you get judged. You get judged by a lot of us.
Really?
You don't judge people that walk barefoot on the streets and.
I was in.
I'm sorry, man.
I was at the liquor store on Friday.
If you say you're barefoot, I'm going to punch
No,
you. straight in the
listen. I
fucking
was at the
face.
liquor store on Friday. I went and bought something, and someone was behind me in the line, barefoot,
Grub.
buying alcohol.
Disgusting.
It's all right. It's not a big
and
deal.
he had a huge cut on his toe. And
Probably why he was
and then he
barefoot.
bought the wine, and I looked down at his feet, and I said, "What happened to your foot?"
You did.
I did. And then he goes, "Oh, I just cut it. That's why I'm buying the alcohol." And I said, "Like, it had a bottle of wine." And I'm like, "What are you going to do with it? Pour it on it?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm going to take a swig and then I'll pour some on it and then I'll take it." I'm like, these barefoot freaks.
Barefoot bandits. These barefoot bandits.
Now, I get bare feet if you're living somewhere in Byron Bay by the beach.
If you're near the beach, that's fine. I get it.
Because that's just like,
Yeah,
like,
it's
I don't know why,
coastal.
but they get away with it. They just get away with it.
Yeah, if I go to the beach and I'm at Bondi and I want to get a drink, I'll probably walk barefoot to the shops.
And I
do that.
also
Yeah,
get the
yeah.
concept, is like in spirituality terms, I also get the concept of being grounded all the time. That's why you wear no shoes, because it blocks the groundedness to the earth. I get that.
Now Keen's weird side's coming out. Keen's weird side's
And
going
sometimes I purposely go and stand on my grass in the backyard with no shoes on. But that's grass.
Apparently, that's a good
right?
thing to do. That's what I've heard.
And it does that whole thing to your feet. But going to the liquor store, the petrol station,
You're a grump.
Woolworths, anywhere public,
Put some socks and sandals on.
wear socks and sandals
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah. Stay warm.
Oh, God.
Oh, jeez. All right. I found this. I found this little bit of content, guys, around ants. And
It's when he was doing the grounders. That's probably when it occurred.
yeah. I was just thinking. And when an ant bites you, I was on Reddit and I found this thing about when ants. This is how they actually bite you and why it hurts so bad.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll send you an email. Pull it up the video.
Yeah, I was about to say, you sent a link. I'm
And
assuming.
I'll play it through here.
Okay.
And it explains what an ant actually does to you when it bites you. Now, everyone's been bitten by an ant.
Yeah.
Hence the reason why you put socks and sandals on, maybe. And I'm sure the barefoot people would definitely relate to this.
Yeah.
I've been bitten by ants, so
Or have a listen and see exactly what they do to you. Check this out.
okay.
When an ant bites you, it grabs your skin with its pinchers. But it's not actually the pinchers that hurt you. You see, the ant uses them to hold on to your skin. But then they bend their bodies upwards and stab you with their stinger. Now, because they're holding on to you with such a good grip, it allows the ant to sting you multiple times in the same area. This injects you with their venom, which causes that sharp stinging pain.
I'm sorry. Did we all witness the same thing?
Did you just see how this thing continuously just rams you with its sting?
I feel sexually assaulted.
That
It
is
almost is
sexual
like it.
assault. That is okay. I kid you not. I was in the grass one day. Don't ask probably doing what he was doing now. I was in the grass. We were doing a shoot, and I was like, I don't even like you know the term ants in your pants. Like
Yeah.
there was like 10 of them. I got bit by 10
No,
ants.
No, you didn't get
You
bit.
didn't get bitten.
You got molested.
I got,
you got gangbanged. You got by 10 ants. Yeah, go on.
I have no words. But honestly, just look that visual. Yeah. I'm not the same.
That's so weird.
That is really odd. That's really odd.
Is that real though? Is that actually scientific?
Yeah.
Are we sure?
Yeah, it's on the interesting as F Reddit subreddit.
Oh, that sounds very
and there's
Trustworthy.
56,000 upvotes. So like this is real shit. This is real shit.
I love people's comments. What an asshole.
God, lock that ant up, bro.
Yeah, people are. Oh my god. Yeah,
Like imagine the ants like when they're getting taught as kids how they attack humans, and watching your dad go, hold it like this, and then you do that, and he's going back and forth. So that's how you that's how you get a human.
Why did you have to take it there?
No.
So you're watching your dad do that.
That was
I think it's biologically embedded in them on how to do that. It's this stinging at the end of the day.
I know everyone's taught these things too, Nishi.
Oh god,
It's just strange, isn't it?
it is very strange, and it's very painful. I'll tell you that much. And it makes sense because look how, and also in the video, look how far it goes. Oh god,
Look how
everything I
far
say-
it goes in.
No,
Are they
just-
wearing protection?
Jesus.
You know what else I realized?
What?
They're like holding onto you with their mouth.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
biting their what are they called? Their claws, whatever it is.
Very
That's not
sexual.
their mouth, is it? That's claws, right? I have no
Isn't that
idea.
their pinches?
Pinches.
Yeah,
That's
pinches.
the word. Pinches is the right thing.
But
Anyway,
the
that's
pinches
messed
of their
up.
mouth, isn't it?
It's messed up.
It's very messed up. All right,
Yes.
well, let's get to a fact check here.
Yeah.
All right, we've got to do a fact check every episode, or at least once a week or something, because I put out this question on our on the
Cancel
Cancel Squad,
squad. Yeah.
and tell us an interesting fact about your country.
Mm.
And one of the viewers from the UK, I don't know how to say this name, Butts in Dawai, Butts in Dawai,
Oh, okay.
Butts in Dawai.
Oh, it's the name of the person.
Name of the
Yeah.
person,
Oh, okay,
Butts
yeah.
in Dawai. So shout out, thanks for listening and participating here. They came out and said that in the UK, get this, water in England was so toxic during the plague times, I'm assuming that's medieval times, that it was replaced with beer.
The plague wasn't medieval.
No, we're never a plague at this specific point in time, he was saying. And I typed in to check this out to see if this was true. We're doing a fact check on this. Because how could an entire civilization at that time replace water with beer?
No, that's not possible.
I don't think so.
I don't believe that for a
yeah,
second.
I don't believe that.
So I typed it in. The article from How Stuff Works challenges the common misconception that medieval people primarily drank beer instead of water due to water toxicity.
But you have to use water to make beer. It makes no sense. Here, go on.
It presents evidence suggesting that water was, in fact, commonly consumed and often clean, especially in larger towns with infrastructure for water supply. The idea that beer replaced water during the plague or other periods due to toxicity is not supported by historical records, according to the information presented in the article, and that's the details you have.
Well, that makes sense.
So it's not real. However, at one point in time, they believed that beer had nutritional value and they would drink beer
more often
than not.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I believe that.
I'm just a little disappointed that you actually had to go Google that. You couldn't use your common sense and go, humans won't survive on just beer, bro.
Well, I had a
back,
hunch.
Hold on. Back in the day, and I don't know, obviously like hundreds of years ago, I'm assuming. I don't know. I'm going to sound so dumb now when I say this. But at one point, people would drink wine in replacement of water.
Wasn't it in replacement of water?
No, I mean, they're drinking water as well. But like wine was highly consumed because water, something to do with, this is what I heard, but water wasn't as I don't know about the toxicity levels or whatever.
You're literally repeating what he said, just replacing beer with wine.
No, but I'm pretty sure.
That's what you're doing.
I have to Google this. I'm sorry, because I don't want to look like dumb.
I'm pretty sure wine is probably more consumed now than it ever was in the world.
Right.
No, okay, but hold on.
Guys, do you understand that society would not last on just alcohol? You will die very young.
Well, Australians are very close to it.
And you got to also remember,
they spend a whole weekend on alcohol.
Funny enough, don't ask me why I Googled this last night. Do not ask me why. I Googled how do wells work.
Wells?
Like wells, in water wells?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Do you guys know how wells work?
No. What?
It's so simple.
Isn't there just water under there and they just drop a bucket?
All you do is you dig water deep enough.
Dig a hole deep enough?
Yeah, sorry. Dig water. You dig a hole deep enough. Depending on where you are and where your land is, sometimes it can be shallow. Sometimes the hole has to be really, really deep, right? But eventually you're going to get to the water level of the earth. And what it does is it just automatically fills up with clean water. Automatically. You just put a bucket down, grab it and come up, and it always stays full.
That's why some wells are like 1 kilometer deep and others are like 15 meters.
Yeah, some even less. You can actually get
But hold on, isn't there dirt in it?
Yeah, but it's clean. It's not like toxic.
Oh, okay.
You just got to filter or boil it or whatever it is.
It's been filtered. It's been going through the process of earth cleaning it.
Yeah.
Okay, so sorry, I wasn't listening to any of that because I was doing some Googling.
Deep research.
And Yaz is correct.
Once again, I'm disappointed you had to Google it.
Hold on. But let me just read this out because I think it's important for people who believed what I believed. It's a myth. Okay, so it's it's a myth. It's a myth about the Middle Ages.
Hold on. Are you reading what I just read?
It's the same thing.
It's the link how stuff works.
No, but this is like something that it's a common myth, okay, that people did not drink water. There was many books and articles and historical stuff where they repeated the idea that the water was so polluted that people in the medieval times only drank like wine, ale, and stuff like that. However, apparently there is like a lot of evidence that people drank water probably survival, but it's true that medieval people rarely wrote about their love of water. That's why probably in the chronicles.
Jesus turns water to wine once, and history goes crazy. Oh gosh!
Oh, there you go. Fact checked. That is not factual. Butts and Dwayne from the UK. There.
Great.
All right, let's go into motivational quote of the day.
Oh yeah, who's doing it today?
It's Yazzie today. How'd you go? Did you find something to give us some motivation there, big boy?
I did. These are rubbish. I've got a whole list here. They're so bad.
You just started searching.
Just make one up.
No,
you just started searching.
To be honest, I want it to be a bit different today, so I googled motivational quotes that are underrated.
Okay.
If this is not underrated,
It's not bad.
Okay, good.
We are.
Why?
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Straight faces, everyone.
Okay.
Straight faces.
And when you say straight face, I can't pull a straight face. What is a straight face?
Just neutral face.
Neutral face.
That's not a neutral face. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit.
Say that one more time for me. Say that one more time.
We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit.
Overrated.
Oh, underrated or
No,
overrated?
it's overrated. It's not underrated.
You guys love
No,
shitting
I think
on
that's
my quotes.
I think that's really good.
I
I,
think it's
like that.
amazing.
I connected with that. Think about it, Nishi.
Yeah, no, I get it. It's basically saying that like
You
you
can-
are what you do. So if you just keep doing good, then it'll become a habit. And you don't have to think about
But
it.
then, but
And-
you just be good.
You're just good.
But
You're
if
not-
you
you're not
if you
trying
can
to
if
be
you
good.
can make yourself, if you can act and be and always do whatever you do to the absolute excellence, it will become the habit of
Yeah,
being
I-
absolute
I
excellence.
get it, but it just doesn't feel profound.
Can I just say this? Honestly, for 2 years now, Avneesha's been shitting
No,
on my
it's not
motivation.
true.
You know what?
It's not true.
That's who she is.
Oh yeah,
According to
it's
the
just
quote.
yeah,
Yes,
100%.
So that's all she's going to be doing.
If you did better quotes every time, you would just be good. And I wouldn't shit on you. Like that's, you know.
We'll take from it what you want to take from it. Thanks for the motivational quote. Thanks for being here today. It's the Already Cancelled podcast. We'll see you next time.
See you guys, bye.
Already cancelled.
If you like the podcast, prove it. Like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to leave us a cheeky review.